Hello. Hi, my name is Pallavi and I am from India. So I would like to share my journey of peace and love with every one of you. It started almost 9 years back now when I went into the field of experiential education and started working with children, adolescents and adults in a big way. As a child, I've done lots of treks, I've done a lot of outdoors, and it was during that period of time that I didn't really realize the potential of as a child, that what it really takes to do these kind of activities, to do these kind of adventure stuff. But it was really that what moved me over a period of time was when I was working with these children, the different experiences which I myself had along with these children and adults. And it was quite beautiful to really explore the challenges that were going inside. I would like to share my experience of a place which is near Salem, which happens to be in the south of India, where there's a huge coffee plantation, and it's a trek from Ooty to Arankadu, a 7 days trek, where there were a group of 34 children with me, and we all had to move from Ooty till 7 day. It was Arankadu. There was immense pressure because a lot of time you have this physical problem, physical discomforts, and at the same time you have this mental potential, the mental ability that I have to reach the goal and I have to finish it. It was amazing to see how children really cope up and how even adults, they really acclimatize themselves so fast and move to their respective targets. There was a similar situation in Uttarakhand when we did a snow trek that started from Uttarakhand base camp and went to Rupkund, which was again an 8 days trek, and on the 8th day, out of 25 people, 11 could really make it. And I was one of them. And I was really constantly wondering that what gave me that inner strength to move to that level, because I don't see myself as a very, very active person. I do normal treks, but this was one of the extreme that I myself experienced. And all this I'm talking about is not just the physical pain, there were a lot of other discomforts which were really psychological and mental in nature. My whole psyche, when I used to see snow and when I just imagined that I have to walk 4 hours down the track, it was really, really painful for me. And there was one thing that was constantly an inside note, that there's something that is happening within. There's something that is a power that is supporting you, that is anchoring you completely as a soul, and that is taking care of you. And I think from there onwards, I started thinking about certain things in much more depth. My second experience was when I was working for my thesis on child sexual abuse, when I was doing my research, and I encountered a lot of victims who were children of sexual abuse and of incest violence. And I was going through their journey, and at the same time I was looking at my journey, how it had been and what are the kind of experiences that I have realized over the period of time when it comes to unsafe touches in my life, and of course incest violence, and where is the place where I can express and share. And that's how I came up with my own movie, Lumps, which shared the naked reality of sexual abuse in adolescence of the elite classes, because that's the place where it is actually not being shared. When I was moving through this whole process, I went into Vipassana almost 7 years back, and I realized the power of meditation, the power of connecting to your own self in the most beautiful manner. And that was, I think, the turning point of my life, and I decided that I want to work for peace and for global peace for the next 25-30 years, or whatever the years I'm here alive on this earth. I might be doing n number of things in my life, but ultimately, what is the common goal? What is the purpose of life? I really want to connect to that real purpose, and would like many others who are suffering from this disguised kind of pain, a kind of pain which they really are not really aware of, to connect them to their self and make better choices in their life. My whole intention was to look at peace in a much more wider perspective, not just not limited to a half an hour meditation and just close it, But through that half an hour meditation every day, how do you unfold yourself as a human being? How do you look at your own personality? How do you really face different kind of challenges? How do you really see the different conflict prone situations in your country? How do you really address solutions? How do you ensure that there's something better that can be done? And at the end, you see there are a lot of things which are going around you, and there are many more things which are going within yourself. How do you address both of them and strike a balance? And is there a way through which you can do it beautifully? And I think Peace Revolution gives you that kind of opportunity to start this exploration in a much more insightful manner. I wouldn't say that you really conclude something here, but of course you get a lot of insights and you can build yourself upon it. So I think that's where, that is one beautiful thing that came into me 6-7 years back, and I started working on it. Triple E Fulls is one of the initiatives that is really trying to work through non-violent communication to transform these kind of conflict-prone situations, to work with adults on parenting, on relationship, on stresses, on conflict mitigation, and at the same level it is also working with conflict prone areas like Nepal India border, the conflict that is recently, which has really shaken up a lot of people, and also with children who have gone through trafficking, who have gone through sexual abuse, who have gone through any kind of problems in their life. How do you deal that in a much more better way? I'm just trying to work on these factors as of now, and I'm looking forward for the global leaders to address these kind of issues and to give platform for many more people who are working on similar projects of peace and love. Thank you very much.